Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Sooner World Class Wrestling. I am being joined by Burnham. Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here once again for one of the biggest shows of Sooner World Class every year. I was lucky enough to be at one of the Sooner World Class Scars and Stripes matches or cards a couple of years ago. It was an amazing event, and we are starting off right here with a battle royal for the Hardcore Championship. This will be chaos all right in front of us in the six-sided ring.
It's going to be a great way to start the show. This is one of the best ways you can start a pay-per-view. It's going to be amazing.
It's great for these guys. It's not necessarily great for your hardcore champion, Drake Gallows, because he's going to be one of about, I think, 8 guys, and the odds of him walking out of here still the champion, extremely low.
Right, it's not looking good for the champ at all. I mean, he's got to beat out 7 other guys to keep this championship. And as you see, you got the franchise players in front of us, so that's also not looking good.
That's not going to be good for a lot of these guys because they're probably going to work as a unit throughout the course of this particular match. I see everybody out here except your champion. Well, all right, here he comes. Drake Gallows walking down the aisle, bringing that hardcore title with him.
And if you remember, he won that hardcore title at the Christopher Crow Memorial Show, again in a barbed wire casket match against Kareem Sadat, and I was lucky enough to be there at that show, witness that. Pure sickness.
He has got to be very proud, probably prouder of this particular title than any other title he's held in his career, because he won this one in a match dedicated to his brother's honor.
And if, for those of you that don't know, Christopher Crow, from what I've heard, was a very great in-ring competitor. I was not lucky enough to see him compete in person, but I've heard a lot about him, and I have heard that he is a great wrestler.
I was very fortunate to be able to follow a large portion of Christopher Crow's career. He was an outstanding in-ring performer. His brother Drake, just as good, and everything that Drake does now, he does with the memory of his brother in the ring. Now, you look at the action here, immediately you see LJ McDaniel over the top. That's an elimination. He took himself out of this. Well,
that may have been smart.
And he thinks he's pretty smart for that. Well, I guess so, but Drake Gallows also on the way out. He did not go over the top rope. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's up behind us. He's perched up behind us. Okay, well.
Perhaps taking a breather.
Another interesting methodology to defending this title. He can't be thrown out of the ring if he's not in the ring.
That's right. You got Maniac Mike.
I'm surprised Maniac Mike is in this match because he's got that submission match against David Kaiser, who's also in here.
You're absolutely right. This is a hell of a hardcore battle royal. Drake Gallows is absolutely dominating everyone in the building right now.
Okay, well, we've been joined by Drake Gallows on commentary.
You're dadgum right, you have.
I'm a little surprised you're back here with us, but like I said earlier, you can't exactly be thrown over the top if you're not in the ring, so...
That's right.
Perhaps the smartest man in professional wrestling is not Mike Isles, but is standing behind me.
All right, that's the fact man for you.
All right, well, in the ring here, it's all over the place. We had Maddox Jones stomping on your heavyweight champion, Maniac Mike. Has Rick Russo been eliminated? I think. I don't know.
I'm guessing Rick is just taking a breather.
Okay, all right.
DeMarco Tate is not in very good position.
Now, DeMarco Tate has a reputation of definitely being a high-flying competitor that will work at a disadvantage to him in this type of match. You saw Jake O'Brien being thrown out of the ring there. He's now went through the middle ropes. He's not eliminated. As I was saying, DeMarco Tate's high-flying ability not the best for him in this type of a match because it's going to cost him. As I say, he's been eliminated now.
Drake Gallows is actually back in the ring working on David Kaiser, trying to get him eliminated. David Kaiser holding on for dear life.
O'Brien's out. There goes your heavyweight champion, Maniac Mike.
And that ankle really doesn't help him in this type of match.
We got 3 remaining. David Kaiser, who's got a shot at the heavyweight championship later. Maddox Jones, who's trying to make an impression, second generation star.
Has no effect on Drake Gallows, as it appears.
And Drake Gallows, and amazingly enough here, to be perfectly honest with you, there hasn't been much of anything hardcore in this match. No weapons, no outside interference, if you will. It's all completely legal. They've just been competing in under standard Battle Royal rules.
David Kaiser still out here on the apron as Drake Gallows is working.
Well, there's another chop from Maddox Jones. I saw Jones receive about 21 of those from Angel Williams in his first match here in the Underground Arena. It was not pleasant for Mr. Jones, let me tell you.
Drake Gallows.
Gallows up on the top here.
And David Kaiser still taking a breather, as you can say. I don't think the fans can count that fast.
Well, Jones down in the middle. Now that may not work too well for Gallows because he's got to pick Jones up and throw him out.
That's going to be a lot of dead weight.
It's going to be a lot of dead weight right about now. Here comes David Kaiser back into the ring.
Perhaps picking his spots is a smart strategy if you think about it.
It is.
David Kaiser.
Jones now over the top. Ouch.
I guess you could say that was a team elimination. Drake Gallows whipped him over there, and
well, we at least
Kaiser
give
over
an
the top.
assist to David Kaiser. Now we're down to the 2.
Will it be Drake Gallows or will it be David Kaiser walking away with the hardcore title?
It could very easily have been these 2 in the finals of the Christopher Crow Cup because David Kaiser faced off against his own brother, Kareem Sadat, in the semifinals there. If things had gone a little differently for him, he could have faced off in the finals against Drake Gallows. So he may have a little bit of revenge on his mind for being cut out of winning that prestigious first Christopher Crow Memorial Cup.
I don't know, after seeing the final of that Christopher Crow Cup, that barbed wire casket match, I don't think I'd have won that tournament either. I'd be completely fine with losing in the semifinals.
David Kaiser now going for a bit of an interesting tactic. He's actually working wrestling in the middle, mat wrestling, working almost a nerve hold maybe. It's a little hard for me to see from my vantage point. There's a rake of the eyes by Drake Gallows.
Perhaps getting Kaiser away for a minute so he can regroup.
Drake now moving in. Strong knees to the midsection repeatedly by Drake Gallows on David Kaiser. And again, working over that midsection. That's going to help Maniac Mike potentially later on in the show when he goes for that submission match for the heavyweight championship. But I'm sure he's watching on the monitor backstage, watching the punishment that Kaiser's taking.
Yeah, but it's not looking too good for Mike either with that bad ankle.
I did not have a chance to talk with Maniac Mike before the show, so I don't know if that ankle is 100%, but given the damage that occurred to it in the previous show, you've got to suspect it is not healed up, and Mike's maybe going to go in with a disadvantage that way.
He actually had it heavily bandaged when he came out here. He had a little bit of a limp. You know, maybe the adrenaline will kick in and that stuff will wear off. Who knows?
Kaiser backs Gallows into the corner, delivers some stiff kicks to the midsection, a nice roundhouse kick also to the midsection. Both of them working over each other in the abdominal area. Kaiser goes for a charge, is met with a stiff clothesline.
About took Kaiser's head off. He don't know where, I don't think Kaiser knows where he's at. Perhaps a little disoriented after that huge clothesline by Drake Gallows.
Gallows now up. Is he out? Nope, he caught himself. He held on. Now he's on the outside. He's got to be careful because if Kaiser can knock him off that apron, it counts as an elimination. You see Kaiser go for it. Up, no, over and out.
And David Kaiser has been eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, Drake Gallows retains the hardcore title.
Well, it was a hard-fought battle for him. I said he came here with the odds against him, but he certainly proved himself against some of the toughest competitors right here in Super World Class. This is just the opening action that we've got for this whole card. Fans, we're going to be back with more Sooner World Class action in just a moment.
For the last year, how many autographs have I signed in this audience? Huh? I know you're lying. How many autographs have I signed in this audience? I didn't all that time. How much stuff have I handed away? How many shirts? How many pictures? How many hats? I've given everything I have to you people. And you showed me appreciation. I'll give you that. But tell me this. When's the last time any of you chanted my name? Huh? When's the last time I ever heard "Go Drake Go"? Never. When's the last time I heard "Drake, Drake, Drake, Drake"? Never. You know, I've got a problem with every single one of them. And I'm going to be honest. And I'll try to be the bad guy, but I'm going to be honest with every single one of them. It's too late now. Trust me, it's too late. Why is it that half of the people in this audience will only come up here and think maybe they can get a comp ticket? Maybe they can come in for free. Now, is your money not good enough for me? You give me your time, but that's about it. Prime example. This man right here. Yeah, he'll take my autograph, but first thing he'll say to me every time he comes up here on a Saturday evening, "Hey Drake, you want to buy some old DVDs?" I don't watch your stupid DVDs. Shut up. How about you? The guy sitting right next to him. How come you don't take your time to film me, but you won't give me anything out of it? You'll take reviews off of my name, and I get nothing in return. So I'm just going to make it plain and clear that I'm done slapping hands. I'm done signing autographs, taking pictures, hugging and kissing on your baby. I'm done.